Saving your first $100,000 is a significant financial milestone that represents discipline, perseverance, and wise financial choices. However, this journey is not without its challenges. In a world where expenses seem to multiply and unexpected costs can arise at any moment, reaching this goal requires careful planning and a strong commitment to your financial objectives. Charlie Munger said it best: "The first $100,000 is undeniably the most difficult. After that, it becomes much easier to grow your wealth." While it has been some time since Munger made this famous statement and $100,000 has seen changes in value, the message still stands strong. It becomes incredibly easy to build wealth after you get over the initial hurdles. Let's take a look at the substantial obstacles one might face on the path to saving their first $100,000. Can I help teach people about money, personal finance, and investing? If you're interested in improving your financial future, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this video is helpful. Lifestyle inflation, or lifestyle creep, the tendency to increase spending as income rises, poses a major threat to one's ability to save money effectively. As people earn more, there's a natural inclination to upgrade their lifestyle, buying a bigger house, a newer car, or indulging in luxurious vacations and dining. These choices might bring temporary satisfaction, but they create a cycle where expenses continuously rise in tandem with income. This perpetual upward creep in spending leaves little room for saving and investing for the future, creating a bad financial habit that makes it impossible to get ahead. The more we succumb to lifestyle inflation, the harder it becomes to set aside a substantial portion of our income for savings or investments. Lifestyle inflation traps individuals in a cycle where, despite earning more, they find it increasingly challenging to accumulate meaningful savings, jeopardizing their long-term financial security and financial goals. It's critical to be on the lookout for this sneaky phenomenon, but once you develop the proper spending and savings habits, it's pretty easy to maintain them. In the beginning stages, your net worth is closely tied to your wages. Building wealth purely from your income without leveraging assets is a guaranteed standstill in the world of finance, especially in the days of skyrocketing prices. Think of it. Before you reach your first $100,000, you're relying on a paycheck for the majority of wealth growth. While a reliable paycheck provides stability, it often falls short in creating substantial prosperity. Without investments like stocks, properties, or other income-generating ventures, your money remains stagnant, merely sustaining your day-to-day life. This is one of the main challenges people face as they struggle to amass their first $100,000, as they're not putting their money to work so it can generate income on its own. Assets appreciate over time and offer a source of passive income, providing both a financial safety net and the potential for significant growth. Relying solely on income can be limiting because it requires constant input without the promise of substantial returns. In a world where inflation steadily erodes the value of money, relying solely on your earnings can mean losing ground financially. Inflation is like a stealthy thief that silently erodes the value of our hard-earned money over time, making it increasingly difficult to save effectively. Imagine this. You save a certain amount today, thinking you'll use it for a future purchase or investment. However, as prices of goods and services steadily rise due to inflation, the purchasing power of your money diminishes greatly. What used to cost $1 now costs more, and suddenly your savings can buy less than before. Everything seems to be rising in cost, except your income. Your boss makes you feel unappreciative and greedy for expecting more than a 3% annual increase in pay. So what? You continue to search for ways to cut back, and the gap between income and expenses gets smaller and smaller? This constant decrease in the real value of money means that even if you diligently save, your savings might not be enough to cover future expenses. Inflation essentially creates a race where your money needs to grow at a rate equal to or higher than the inflation rate just to maintain its current value. It adds an extra challenge to saving money because you not only have to save, but also outpace the rising tide of inflation to ensure your savings retain their worth in the long run. Those without substantial savings or investments are most susceptible to inflation. In today's world where housing prices across the country and the world in general seem to defy gravity, a huge portion of one's income often goes towards rent or mortgage payments. This amount is typically so huge that it consumes the largest portion of the average household budget. As housing expenses increase, it leaves individuals and families with less disposable income to save or invest. The relentless climb in real estate prices not only makes it harder for people to enter the housing market, but also puts a strain on their overall budget, leaving little room for spending. This trend is especially daunting for young adults and those starting families who find it increasingly difficult to set aside funds for emergencies, investments, or even retirement amidst the burden of skyrocketing housing costs. What does this mean for those who aren't financially advanced? Even renting or buying an entry-level property can consume your budget, while those who have become financially established are less susceptible to this problem. Those who own real estate benefit from inflation because it erodes the value of their debt. On the contrary, the dream of saving and owning a home becomes a distant goal for those not yet over the initial financial hurdles, highlighting the disheartening impact that ever-rising housing expenses have on the individual's ability to build financial security. The initial stages of financial advancement can be severely disheartening for those who have yet to cross the $100,000 milestone. A small investment portfolio leaves little in the way of annual gains in terms of a dollar amount. The growth tends to be incremental and sometimes disappointingly slow, especially in the beginning. With limited capital, the potential for substantial returns is restricted, making it challenging to see significant investment growth. For example, a $10,000 investment that grows 10% in 1 year provides a gain of $1,000, but a $100,000 investment that grows 10% in 1 year provides a gain of $10,000. It's like planting a seed in a small plot of land. The growth is there, but it takes time, patience, and careful nurturing. As the seed germinates, it can be difficult to stay patient as you don't know when or if the tree will sprout. For those starting out with small investment portfolios, the key lies in consistency and patience. Even though the initial growth might seem modest, with consistent contributions, wise investment choices, and time, these small investments can gradually snowball into more significant gains, highlighting the importance of a long-term perspective. As a result, you'll someday enjoy the large amount of money your portfolio produces in terms of a dollar amount, and the excitement of those large returns will make it easy to stay motivated. Most of your net worth is in other items. For those who are just starting out on their financial journey, building an investment portfolio poses a significant challenge. The obstacle lies in the fact that a large portion of one's net worth is often tied up in items that don't appreciate in value. Consider someone whose net worth is $15,000. A substantial part of this sum might be locked into items like a car, furniture, clothes, and electronics. While these items are essential for daily life, they don't contribute to the growth of one's wealth. Actually, just the opposite. In this scenario, only a small fraction of net worth, perhaps a few $1,000s, is typically invested in appreciating assets. This limited investment hampers the ability to generate substantial returns and expand net worth. Now, envision another scenario where someone's net worth has grown to $150,000. Although they still have some money tied up in similar items, the difference lies in the scale of their investments. With a higher net worth, a more substantial portion, potentially around $100,000 or more, is likely invested in various avenues, such as stocks, bonds, index funds and ETFs, or real estate. This increased investment capital not only offers the potential for greater returns, but also provides a platform for their net worth to grow exponentially over time. Saving your first $100,000 is undeniably challenging, but it's not impossible. By being mindful of your spending, managing debt, preparing for emergencies, and making smart investments, you can overcome these obstacles and achieve your financial goals much earlier than anticipated. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and remember that every small step you take today brings you closer to financial security tomorrow. Even if financial progress is painfully slow at first, rest assured that it becomes easier and easier.